Woo! We are live, and I hope you cannot hear my neighbor's music. It's been really nice weather outside, so yeah. Oh, excuse you. Just moving the iPad and waiting for some folks to join me. I'm just going to dive right in. So last week we covered the reasons why you would want to start journaling and why it is so good for your mental health. And a few folks said that they struggled to journal because they were concerned about people reading. And I thought, hiya Sandra, that this week would be perfect to show the different ways you can use the secret journaling techniques and how you can practice really nailing down kind of like that this scribbly technique that I use. Like nobody's reading that. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Yes, I am representing the zebras with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, since that's our animal. My mum got me this shirt. Absolutely love it. And she will be thrilled to see it on me. I actually, like, this is the color that I have been, hey, Lisa, that I've been telling you about that gives me nightmares. I hate, because it was the color of my school uniform, but I actually love this shirt and it kind of suits me. So maybe I'm coming round to it. So yeah, I wanted to share just some of the secret journaling techniques that I have used and the kind of layouts that I have used. I have journaled like as an art journal, and I have done journaling and then just stuck stuff over the top like magazine cutouts. I have done so many things. Let me see. Just gonna look through some more. Yeah, I have just journaled on top of paint, and you can then paint over the top of that as well. And of course, that scribble technique, I really want to help you to loosen up the wrist, help you to really get loose and get scripty. Please raise your hands, because I know that cursive handwriting is not being taught in schools anymore. Do you know how to write in cursive? That is, because it's quite important for the scripty technique that I like to use. I'm just looking through, like, you can make your journaling colorful and you can make it enjoyable and things that you enjoy doing. And then of course you can paint over the top, or you can stick stuff over the top. So I decided, I found a few blank pages and I thought that we would do something in there. And I also prepared a couple of things, like just different variations that we can use. So if you are watching, hey Bonnie, oh, aren't I an Egypt setting up that event for yesterday? I am a dope. Absolute dope. I think I had set it up correctly, and then I edited the image, messed it all up completely. So, hey Bonnie, I've got your picture of papers right here beside me. Stays on my art cart now. Don't know if you can see that. That's where it lives. So, woo! And if you are watching, please say hello. I'm just thrilled to have people joining me. What's the weather like with you? Bonnie, you're in Florida, so I'm sure it's beautiful. It's been really beautiful here, which is surprising. Oh no! No notifications. I wonder what that's about. Did you hit the get reminder on the initial post that I did at the start of the week? Because I am nearly certain that it comes up with a reminder of some sort, but I'm not 100% sure. I am nearly sure though, because I do use it whenever I'm watching lives in other groups. I make sure to hit that get reminder. Also, is that Rachel or is that Stacey? Or is that you? No, Yulita has already fixed hers. But yeah, thank you for making it. I appreciate you. And I would love to know, yeah, do you know how to write in cursive? Or do you know how to write in script? Are you comfortable in writing in cursive or script? Just let me know in the comments. Even if you're watching the replay, it really helps me to know that you're watching. It helps me to figure out what I am going to do next. Like, just that you are taking in the content, even if you don't join us live. Heel yesterday, oh my goodness, you're having like all of the weather. Have you been enjoying your crayons that you won? They would be perfect for this exercise. Actually, I've got mine here. So I'll take those out because I will probably end up using them. So I have just chosen an absolute range of supplies to use for whenever we are journaling, because you can do it And you can really play with colors. You can play with mediums, which is like, so mixing acrylic paint and water-based thing. Oh, you did the practice sheets, Bonnie. Brilliant. Now, did you get the cursive practice sheets or did you just get the print ones? Because I do have some cursive ones as well in Gumroad. But yeah, so I like to warm up. I have got a joint disorder, so I warm up, and I normally have like squeezy stress balls, or I've got wrist trainers. I don't warm up every time I'm journaling, but because I've been doing it regularly for a while, so I don't have to. But if you're just starting, a warm up is a good idea. And whenever it comes to scripting, yay, okay. Give me a shout. What's your name? Because you're just showing up as Facebook user. So let me know. I'm glad you're here. So welcome. So I am just gonna make sure that you can see. I moved my desk, guys, and this is so much easier. So I'm just going to use it. Actually, no, I won't. I will use something darker so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I will use blue. So this kind of warm-up exercise is a great warm-up exercise for you to do even like before bed, just whenever, Trevor. Stacy, welcome. So what we want to do is train our wrists to be able to easily write in a scripty kind of cursive. And we want to do that by practicing the shapes that are most commonly found. So that would be C's, O's, S's, figures of 8. And whenever you do this kind of practice, what you are doing is developing muscle memory, so that even though it might feel just even a tiny bit uncomfortable at the minute, it won't always be like that. And you can always add variations. And no, this is just a like this is a really crappy journal. I don't actually recommend it. I have lots of different kind of things that I practiced in there, and I ended up using it as a journal. These are watercolors, but the paper kind of buckled ever so slightly in it. And that's watercolor as well. That's watercolor. Actually, it seems to be okay with watercolor, but it did bleed quite a bit. These are watercolors. It is, I think it's just mixed media paper. And this was when I was learning to draw flowers. Yeah, so let me see. Where was it? Oh, there. So, yeah, this is just an old kind of crappy journal. You can do variations. So what you will be doing is adding stems. So I would do like elongated S's, which are going to act as your stems eventually. But whenever you practice them enough, you're going to be able to easily just put it all together, smush it all up, make sure all of your words are hidden so that anyone you don't want to read or see. Hello, Yulita. Oh, the mixed media journal, the one from Strathmore. I think that it is vellum paper, so I think that it is kind of like a bit like this tracing paper, a tiny bit. Now I can't be certain because I don't remember, but yeah, I really like a watercolor journal because it can also handle acrylic paint as well. So I'm going to join these like a stem and an S just to show you the kind of things that we can do. So can you see that? Like that kind of an S, just for script. And then you can just keep on going. Kind of ended up in like that weird figure of 8 pattern. Oh, leaning on it funny. But yeah, figures of 8. This is really helping you to loosen up. And what I would also recommend is to do these kind of exercises from the shoulder, not from the wrist. Otherwise, your wrist will words clear. Your wrist will get sore. So these are the kinds of exercises that you can do as you're watching TV, just before you go to bed. And this is still really good for your mental health. As I say every single week, it is that kind of focused, arty exercise that is great for your brain. It keeps it in that alpha mode. It makes sure that your brain is able to process thoughts and emotions easily. So it's great. Now, what I'm going to do is write a sentence, but I cannot think of one. So, okay, so that says let's. Hey, Tosha, can you see that? Now, I think that looks far too much like let's, so I would keep on going so it doesn't look anything like it. Like let us. So what I did there was I played with the spacing. I put the second letter within the bottom of the first layer, and I just did my script. So I tend to write the word in the one letter. And if it's a long word, it will just be spaced ever so slightly, really tight together, overlapping on each other, so they're more difficult to read. So let's go with hello. And I did that within that wee tiny space. I'll try it again. And that still can kind of be red. And I like to do big kind of, this is how I like to do my H's whenever I am doing calligraphy type stuff. And that, like, that doesn't look like a hello, does it? So what you can do is, and then tell me what that says. Somebody. Yeah, Bonnie, sorry, I was just reading your comment there. I'll put that up. It is worth practicing this because it does become so much easier. And then you can just scribble the bejesus. Hey, Renee. Welcome. Can anybody read what this says? So what I have done here is, let me see, 5 words. Yes, something beginning with H. It says, hello, my name is Claire. Nope. Not even close. So it was 5 words. Oh, hello, Renee. No. It says, hello, my name is Claire. So that is how the secret journaling works. You script, you play with space. I like to overlap words. I like to get really scripty, and just go big on the loops. So let me see. I have done, there's another one. Just go over and over and over the words. That says, my name is Claire also. Right? That, I am glad you can't read it, because that's the whole idea, right? We want to be able to write down our innermost thoughts and feelings. Hey, Tosha. You're no worries. I hope you're feeling better this week. And welcome back. It's great to have you here. And I'm so glad that you got those papers. I cannot wait to see what you make. So yeah, this is a great way for you to have the freedom to write whatever the heck you're thinking or feeling without having to worry or be paranoid or think that someone's going to read it or that someone's going to know what's going on in your head. Like, and you can do it if your pen's small enough, you can just go over and over and over and over and over again. And it is so important because this is what's going on in your head. This is how it feels, right? So it is so important to get it out. And I really love journaling for that. And I swear, if teenage me knew about this, oh my goodness, my life would be completely different. And I think that the more we can spread the word about ways we can release our anxieties and our fears and the things that we need to release in easy ways that are great for our mental health, the better we'll all be, right? Oh, excuse me, things are getting very, very shaky. So I wanted to, I would recommend, you don't have to practice in a journal. You can practice on like random scraps of paper or whatever the heck you like. And I've done a couple of examples. I have prepared 2 pages, and I thought we could do something fun. So this is like vellum paper. This is a big chunky Sharpie that I used, and I said this up here, it says, here is how it looks to use a script and vellum style tracing paper. And underneath I wrote, you can also use a smaller pen and script writing here. And this just looks like a scribbly ribbon, right? You can't read what I wrote. Yes, Tosha. Absolutely love the idea of a brain dump journal. But here's the thing. With this, what you can do then, whenever you get your thoughts and your feelings out, you can cut out a piece of that and you can add it to a piece of art, an art journal layout. Use it as a piece of ephemera, use it as a ribbon, use it as background. You can use it as collage paper. You don't have to be limited to just keeping your scripty thoughts on a page somewhere. You can actually use it as ephemera and create a journal layout. And do you know who's great for mixed media journal layouts? It's you, Leda. She has got some wonderful videos that I absolutely adore. Oh, farts. So my go-to colors, guys, my go-tos. Actually, I wonder if these will dry fast enough. Sure, let's find out. I have no plans here. Like I'm just scribbling and wrecking. I need this. I'm not 100% sure what this paper is like, so it might not work. Yeah, it's not watercolor paper. Damn. Just moving the color about a tiny bit. So I'm gonna switch. And use my chunky uni Poscas. Let me see. Now this is just mark making that we have done a bajillion times in our other videos and our other weeks. And remember, we try to group in 3s and even it up around the page as much as we possibly can. Oh, I think from within the group, I know Tosha is watching on YouTube, as you can see from this wee yoke here. Where are you watching it from, Yulita? Are you watching it on the page? No. Where can we find who? Tosha? Sorry, I totally missed what you're talking about. Yeah, Tosha is on YouTube. I think you should be able to watch on your TV as well if you've got the app enabled, because that's where I watch all my YouTube things. That'd be so weird to see me on TV. That would freak me out. Yes, I did. I have a document where, actually, no, it's an Amazon link that has got some good watercolor journals. So I will share those again. I'll share them again after our live. And then you can, so where is the tape that I brought up? Hey, Wendy, welcome. Yulita, where are you watching this? Did you tell me? The Facebook group? Huh. Bonnie, where are you watching this from? Are you watching this from the page of the Facebook group? So there you go. There's like a bit of secret journaling that happened on a random page that was finished within a few minutes. So that is actually curling up. I'm going to add more. And I don't know why I really liked the the tracing paper element. You could also do it with tissue paper, turn it into decoupage, turn the thoughts that make you feel kind of pants and crappy that you need to just get out of your system into something beautiful. And then you will also be increasing those dopamine levels at the same time. Oh, Tosha. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, lovely. If you go to hearthandmade.co.uk/YouTube, you will be taken to my YouTube channel, and that way you can stream it to your TV. And you can also watch replays and stream them to your TV as well. From our, not all the previous ones. It's only since I started paying for the software. So, Yolita, are you able to see Wendy's comments then? Because she's in the Facebook group as well. We're having comment problems, guys. My goodness, this is all curling up. So I really like this wee layout, and it didn't take long at all, as you can see. And I really think that it is going to do wonders for your mental health to be able to get oh, that's a good question, Bonnie. It really depends on the kind of layout that I'm doing. If I am working with vellum, then it's got to be extra strong double-sided tape. I fell in love with double-sided tape after I actually worked in an electronics store, and this, like, the super strong stuff is what they use to keep like computers attached to the shelves. And I was like, oh my God, wow. So yeah, I really like using those. And so you don't have to just use black. You could do this with the blue script. You could turn that into ribbon, so it would act like a piece of tape. Like a piece of washi tape almost. Like so. Just random scripty bits. Yeah, framing it with washi tape, that's great. You could even turn your script writing into washi tape. So what I've also done is journaled in this script brush marker. So it is a Tombow script brush marker, and it is a really light color that you can also add water to. Now, because this is just printer paper, if I add water to it, it'll just buckle and it'll be useless. But because it's so light, it's not as easy to read. It's even more difficult to see. And I have also, like this, I thought that it would be a beautiful background, like a full-on background, not just like that, but you would be able to use it even on a card, or like, it doesn't have to be deeply personal stuff, even though it feels incredibly personal. Nobody's gonna know that like you're journaling and getting rid of your innermost fears and feelings and anxieties. I just added song lyrics, really. It was all I could think of. So, oh, you could even add it to that as well. Ooh, I like where this is going. Yeah, scribbling on vellum is a great idea. You can also, you could also do your journaling in normal writing, and then on the back, just add a quote or song, but obviously not on printer paper because that's all you can see. And of course, this is song lyrics again. You can write out your journaling and just use this and cut out random words and create, like, you know, that magnetic poetry you get for the fridge. You can kind of do that type of thing. Excuse me. Gotta focus. Yeah, so I love the way that Yolita, like, she shared in the group some of her artwork. On vellum, you want to use Sharpies or alcohol-based ink. And let it dry. bit like, do you remember at school, the overhead projectors? Ooh, I love that idea. You can use, you can also use tissue paper, or even Crayola do a paper pad for kids, and the paper is such kind of crappy, lightweight quality. So what would I add to that? Probably a flower or something, knowing me, but I don't think of any handy. So let's just wait on. Ha. No, that's too big. Let me see what have we got. I have so much like ephemera and stuff. Wonder if I have any flowers handy. Ooh. Although I don't know if any of them would be big enough. I've got these fabulous stickers from Miss Paper Designs. Just to add a little different visual interest. And like, as I said, I had zero plans when I started this, but I have very much enjoyed what I've been doing. Look at that for a journal piece that we just created together, right? And it's all secret journaling techniques on different types of paper. And I really encourage you to play around with the different types of paper. So, oh, excuse me, I loved trying it on vellum tracing paper. You can do it on tissue paper, as I have said. There are so many different types. And if you do it on watercolor paper, then you will be able to just spritz it with water and then just get rid of it. I mean, watch it kind of pool and change. And just checking if I've got watercolor paper here. And I don't know, maybe I do. I have so much. This drawer is just full of different types of paper. I absolutely love stickers, and those ones came from one of the ladies on our Spoony Business database. This is my wall of Spoony Businesses, and I absolutely love just buying from them, especially stickers. They're so much fun. So what's this? This is, no, that's Cranston card. That's no use. And there's a laptop there. It's in the way. Oh, what you could also do is work on like pre-stamped backgrounds. So I'm going to go for a really light color. Is vellum still made from animals, or do you use a synthetic version? I've actually got a vegan friendly synthetic version because I'm not happy with the goat skin issue. It's not proper vellum. It's like just tracing paper, but I made sure that it was vegan friendly. But yeah, it is unfortunately still made from animals. So this is grey. This is going to be super lightweight. Oh, look, Bonnie. Peppers is in the background. So let me see. Just do these song lyrics again. Oh, I'm going to go scripty this time. And if you would like to do a handwriting class, I will be more than happy to do it, because I don't know if you know, but I have had to retrain my handwriting hand several times because of dislocations. So I am a flipping dab hand at it now. And the last time I had to redo it, I went from not being able to grip a pen to being published in Hand Lettering for Kids book, like within 6 months. I was so happy. Sorry, I was trying to read there and also talk at the same time. I really like to think of this like my line is just going for a walk. And I like the lines, all of the words are connected together. The watercolor postcard fared well in the mail. Did you what's it called? Did you seal it with anything? What? Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was like all on art supply stuff. I was like, oh my god, that is amazing. Please excuse me, I need to focus because I'm reading. No, just up at the top, it got a wee tiny bit marked with black, but it was okay. Worked out all right. Hang on, I'll show you. See? The back is perfect. So just a wee tiny bit up top. I was very impressed. I thought you may have sealed it with something. And you can also play with the size of your script. If you are turning it into a piece of art, you can go big, you can go wee, you can just, I would love that to be your homework, is just, you don't have to write any of your thoughts. You can write a poem, you can write song lyrics that you find, whatever it is you want. You can play with pens and finishes and whatever it is you want. I would just really love to show or be able to see that, like, you're playing around with it. And like anybody else who's looking on is not going to know that you have just been emptying your heart and soul onto paper at all. They're just going to see a cute card. Thank you, Tosha. So I highly recommend playing around, because the different materials that we use, the different pens that we use, they're all going to make a difference. And even doing it, Becca, yeah, I know the feeling. You can do it with a really light pencil and like just barely there, and you can erase it if you want, or you can just keep going. But and you can even, I'm going to try and space out the letters this time. Oh, you can see the O. Might have to do a few overlapping words, but space them out. Can you see? Oh, it's too bright. Let's go that way. So it just looks like scribbles. It doesn't look like, yeah, like you're pouring your heart and soul out onto some paper. Using those song lyrics all over again, just to make it easier. And if you wanted to, you could go in. Do you remember our very first exercise where you did the eyes closed scribble warm up and then did the mark making? So you could easily just start making, oh, shaking the table there. Tried very hard not to. Oh no, it's not working. And you could add color. You could paint the insides of the words with watercolors. There are so many ideas that we may not necessarily think of because we are so anxious with the stupid thoughts that are inside of our head. They might be very serious thoughts, but there are ways that we can get them out. There are ways that we can turn them into something beautiful, and then learn to accept and embrace the fact that we should be feeling all feelings and that we know how to make this energy flow through us. Oh, I have an update for you. Over last week, thanks, Yulita. I am representing the zebras of the Ehlers-Danlos community. This is the animal for our condition. And that is because in the 30s, there is just this very famous story about a doctor who was teaching physicians about diagnosing patients. And he said, whenever you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras. And because I have a rare condition, I'm a zebra. Hello, hello, hello. Who is this now? You have to give your name because you've just shown up as Facebook user. Thanks very much, Yulita. Yeah, so we've done loads of ideas. I think we've literally just done this in this session here. And this was just using a black ink pen on printer paper that I cut out. There are song lyrics, and then I just turn it around. And this is on a big chunky Sharpie that was on tracing paper. So this is where they both came out of. I just really wanted to give options. Stacey! Yeah, just representing the zebras. So I now love finding zebra clothing and zebra accessories. Love it. So yeah, it's, oh yes, sorry, my update from last week's thing, whenever we were talking about apps that we love to relax and meditations and things like that. Insight Timer, I was able to register as a practitioner, so I will be able to record meditations, that releasing meditation. I've just been finalizing the script because the releasing meditations can get very specific, and I want to make sure that I am serving the majority of you as well as I possibly can. So what I'm going to do for the first release in meditation is just releasing feelings of anxiousness and fear, I think. So yeah, I am going to be uploading those. I have added, there is a link within the group. Just search Insight Timer on the side of the group and you will be able to see my link. If you add me as a friend, I am nearly certain I can invite you to the group. If not, I might need to use an email address, but I will set up like a separate form for you to share your email address, and then I'll be able to invite you to the group that way, just to make it easier. I still haven't figured it out yet, but I've been using it regularly and I'll be able to like upload courses and everything. And so it's going to be great for our wee group. The group inside there, I think you can search for it as well. It's just the Craft Cafe, and you can request to join, and you will be able to post messages in there. You will be able to share your favorite meditations and stuff. So yeah, I was thrilled. Thank you so much, Jackie Russ. You're a genius. She found all that out for me. Like, I got a message from her just after we finished, and she was like, "Oh my God, look what you can do!" And I was like, "Yes!" I was half asleep, but I did it. I registered, and I've just been figuring it out this week and like what I'm going to do for you guys first. So yes, I hope that you have fun with this like secret journaling techniques exercise. I really do recommend trying the different types of pens. So this is an alcohol-based one that I used for the tracing paper. This is just a black inky pen that I used on printer paper. Like whatever kind of paper you can use receipt paper, you can use cardboard, you can use canvas, you can use fabric, you can use so many different things. Basically, so these things are all called substrates. This is like the material that you use to write on or draw on or paint on. You can use whatever the frig you like. Like I have a canvas apron over there. You know, the idea is so that you paint it yourself. I could easily cover it in secret journaling techniques by just mixing fabric paint with fabric medium and then painting my scripted journaling onto the apron. Like we can be so limited in our own imaginations, especially if we are feeling intense feelings of anxiety. So I really like to make sure that I'm relaxing as much as possible, that I am journaling as much as I possibly can, just to get those feelings out, get the energy out. We're not meant to bottle up the energy. We're not meant to take on other people's energy. Let it flow through you. And I work really hard on letting it flow through me, and I meditate every single day. Sometimes it's been twice a day recently. And it's just really important that you protect your energy, that you protect your mental health, that you put yourself first. And I remember talking to a friend who was struggling, and I just said, like, self-care is so important. Putting yourself first means that you can be at your best for everyone around you. And they said that that seemed kind of selfish. But then the other day, they said that I was probably the most selfless person that they know. And not to brag, I do know that I am selfish. I'm a human being. Of course I am. But like, it really felt like, yeah, you see, that's how I can do that. Whenever I'm at my best, I can give more of myself to whoever needs it and help as much as I possibly can. So, oh, yes, that makes me so happy. Yeah, you can get fabric. You can get fabric paint markers as well. I was thinking of what I have handy. And thank you so much. Yeah, I thought that that would be, look at my flipping, I think it's my nose that's making my glasses sit funny every flipping week. It's giving me a complex. Yeah, I thought that, you know, especially if we're struggling, like we're just not feeling creative at all, have no idea what we're doing. You can take all of these ideas, you can play around, and I really encourage the playing around because that's fun, great for your mental health. As soon as you accomplish a page or a layout, like you were there, that took less than 5 minutes to do, and it was just stuff I found about the place. And like as you know, I have set up my room for being the most creative as much as I possibly can. I've got my art supplies close to me. I've got the things that I use most close to me, so they're easily accessible. I use a work in progress tote so I can just fire everything in there and clear the desk after every session. And like I outlined that kind of inflow method of organizing in my craft room designer toolkit. If you're interested in that, I am more than happy to drop the link to that for you. And yeah, these moments that we have in our day, like again, it took less than 10 minutes. You could make this in 10 minutes from something that really made you feel crappy or a situation that you didn't. Thanks so much. I'm looking at my glasses though, because I see they're wonky and I'm like, what? Oh no. Bonnie, I hope that it's not a bad storm. I hope you guys are going to be safe. Oh, that sucks. And don't worry though, I'm finishing up. Thank you, Stacy. And yeah, I am so glad that you're finding this helpful. If you have Stacey's workbook, what you could do is she's got like a body outline template. If you're struggling with your chronic illness, the body outline template and the art project in there, what you could do is actually use a really fine point pen or a really sharp pencil and like do your secretive journaling techniques about how you're feeling, about your conditions, about your body, about your pain, about how living in a sick body makes you feel. Like there are so many ways that we can utilize this. And I think that it is really important to share, especially because not everybody knows about journaling. Like, as you know, the reason I did the journaling workshop last week is because you were concerned, you didn't know what to write, you were suffering with kind of blank page syndrome, not just not wanting other people to read, but yes, you can find a body template on Google. Absolutely right, Stacey. Thank you so much. So it is, yeah, it's worth doing. And whenever we learn these techniques, I highly encourage you. Absolutely right, Tosha. Stay safe, Bonnie. Snow in Denver. It has been beautiful here. Yes, absolutely, Becca. If you're in the UK, I'm sure you're in Wales, you can get it on Amazon, and you can also nominate a friend to get a copy for free. There you go. fineartawaiting.com. That's what it is. Yay, I'm so glad. Stacey is on our Spoonie business database as well. And I just love throwing all my money. You guys, give me the things. I was so close to putting this sticker. You will know exactly. You will know exactly what it's like to hear that. And it's like, yeah, I know I don't look sick. There you go. You can nominate yourself for someone else. And Becca is in Wales. I'm not too sure since Brexit how the post is from America to the UK. I know even from the UK to Northern Ireland, we are getting customs checks on stuff, which is not great. It's what caused all the rioting there the other week. But yeah, you will absolutely know what it is like to hear that, and people just not understanding that, yeah, this is why I didn't get a diagnosis for 8 years, guys. Thank you. And yeah, it's on Amazon as well. If you search for Stacey Ballard, there you go, on Amazon, you'll find it. Or is it called Fine Art of Waiting as well, Stacey? I can't quite remember because I gave it to Charlotte. So yeah, I highly encourage you to like share this information and like give okay, so yeah, the book is called Fine Art of Waiting, and it is like on the front you will see that body template. It's a white workbook. It's worth it. Yeah. So I highly recommend you to share this information with people. You can share the videos from YouTube, you can share from the page, you can invite friends to the group if you wish and join us. It's definitely going to be every Friday at the same time, despite what I stupidly put in the event. I'm an agent, guys, an agent. Yay, Becca. And guys, if you have not seen Becca's wee needle felted dragon, holy Christmas crackers. It is so cool. Isn't it, Tosha? And you would be surprised how many people say it. All the time. All the time. Yeah. It's infuriating, so it is. But people just don't realize. And I know that they don't realize, but it really means that we don't get the medical treatment that we deserve and that we need. And it means that we suffer for years and years without getting the proper care, the proper physiotherapy, the proper medication, all the things. I know you'd need to be, it's like you would need to have your flipping arms falling off you before they think that, yeah, that is also something that's very true. I remember meeting a friend and her boyfriend, and I wasn't wearing makeup when I first met him. And then we were having a meal together and I was wearing makeup and his face was like, oh my God, like I'd just been through one of those friggin' extreme makeover shows. And I was like, dude, you have no idea how insulting your reaction is right now. How dare you? But yes, they do think it's a compliment, and I do appreciate that. I kind of know the intention. But it still sucks. And I've got another one up here that I love. Can't be cured. I love it because it's holographic. And I've got another one, and I don't know where it is. It might be on the other side of my cart. It says supercalifragilistic. I feel atrocious. That's an F-bomb right in the middle of that there. Oh, yes. Compliment. Yes, Stacey, you correct yourself. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. Becca, yeah, you know what you have to do as soon as you finish your puffin. I want to see it. Love puffins. They're so cute. And their wee bellies. There's actually an island off the north coast of Ireland called Rathlin Island, and it's got a puffin sanctuary there. It's a big tourist tourist attraction. Well, I say big compared to how many people live there. There's like 5 people there. So thank you so much for joining me this week. I will, Tosha, yeah. And like it could be, so what I didn't realize, I will go after this. So what I didn't realize until I started studying to become an art therapist was that emotional pain follows the same neural pathways in your brain as physical pain. So that means your body has a physical reaction to your emotional pain, whether that is caused by stress, whether it is caused by extreme trauma, and it leaves its mark and it can cause a lot of fatigue. However, doctors don't bloody well explain it that way. They don't. They make it seem like, oh, you're just making it up. Like the neurologist said, I'm just going to refer you to a psychotherapist, and didn't say anything else. And I was like, oh, so you think I'm just making it up? Okay. And my mom was trying to comfort me, and I was like, well, his words are not helping. And I have been working very hard on releasing the energy that I have kept bottled and buried into me. And I have been meeting up with an energy therapist to try and go through guided meditations to release it. And it has been helping so much. I have just been so thrilled with my progress. And you may be suffering partly, not wholly, tiny part, depending on the trauma, the kind of life that you've had, different experiences. And you also, like myself, may have a rare genetic disorder. And what I really hate is that there are still like snake oil salesmen out there. Like, I had someone message me saying, oh, I'm so sorry that you live with chronic illnesses, but I can guarantee you I can heal you. And I'm like, no, you cannot. I have a rare genetic disorder and there is no cure. And if it was all in my head, then yeah, great, but it isn't. I have a rare genetic disorder. Please choose your words carefully. So yeah, that could be it too, because you tense a lot when you're anxious. Like, I had a friend who was suffering with anxiety, and whenever she was here, her entire energy had changed. It was like she was up 10 notches, and she was like this all the time. And it was only after that I was able to tell her, like, yeah, you were like this. I could see it, and you were just carrying yourself different. Yeah. 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 I have PCOS, and yeah. And that pain with endometriosis, when you just feel like you're getting stabbed. Oh my goodness. On Instagram, there are some fantastic accounts to follow where all of us who suffer just share our stories. And I have had so many people going, oh my God, that is the perfect visual descriptor of what happens. That sucks that insurance won't cover those alternative therapies, and it does help a lot. So I will try to do what I can with the releasing meditations. If there are any that you would like to request, please go ahead and do so. You can leave a comment, you can DM me privately. I'm more than happy to do any of those and figure out ways to share, not just through the insight timer. But yeah, thank you so much. I will stop talking because I could talk all night. You know this. And yes, have a lovely weekend, folks. Thank you. Bye.